We're ordering these for office employees.
I had the other one because I'm supposed to have my car and stuff. I bought a lot. So I gave Catherine 6 of them to the day before. I put this thing on in 10 minutes. I'm like, it starts running. I left it.
Don't know who anybody is for bad.
Mr. Roger.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Good. How are you? Good. No, we got a code instead. Justin volunteered. Another stage is way. But he follows from out there. Yeah. Without my permission. Right. No, because I'm attached to the
It's not like
Garrett went down and doing something on the base of it, and got the hotel driver to come down and get it. About blue. No, boy. Oh, I guess it was a man. Girl.
I started to think so.
I find this when you talk to me before.
Mr. He's going to slap him in on the call
Good afternoon. I'd like to call the meeting to order. It is 3:30. We do have a quorum present. To begin with, I have a written statement I'd like to read here. Appreciate all of you, citizens, stakeholders, and community members being present and interested in our meeting today. As chairman of the board, my role is to guide and establish the focus of our meetings. I hope these comments will help do so. This call meeting was discussed in mid-June as a date for the board to review the administration's plan to reopen the school in the fall. That item is still the primary reason for our meeting. However, whether intentional or unintentional, comments made on social media and furthered by our local newspaper have created the perception that this meeting was called to discuss comments made by the superintendent at a public event in June and a plan to, and I quote, sever the school system's ties with the Monroe County Report, which is not true. Due to the pandemic, our board was unable to conduct a spring work session at which we annually discuss the create action steps for our board continuous improvement plan. To that end, this meeting was expanded to include a 2-hour work session with professional learning focused on communications. Part of that discussion will focus on the school system's relationship with our local media. Our agenda will also include normal business of approving personnel actions and a hearing on the update of the FY 2021 budget. While this work session / call meeting does not provide for a public input session due to as a result of our board policy adopted last year, we do invite you to spectate, to listen, and to provide us with feedback on work you see and hear us doing. if we get through in time, I personally will be glad to meet with any of you and discuss anything one-on-one. And I think most of the board members have expressed the same sentiments. That said, I'd like to call on Ms. Pettigrew to open our meeting for us, please.
Let's start with prayer today, y'all. Lord, I just covet your presence. I covet your wisdom. And I just pray today as you taught us to pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We had we'll announce we had a backup plan if we got too crowded in here, and I don't know who all is in the hall. Ms. Onstadt, is there, how many people? Our plans are to move into the auditorium. And if we have many more show up, we might just sort of take a recess and go down to the hall where we can spread out a little better. All right. Okay, first on the agenda is approval of the agenda, which includes our board professional learning from 3:30 to 5:30, or however long it takes, up till 5:30. And then we'll come back in for our regular, more formal call meeting, which will begin at 5:30.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Head. Sorry. And second by, I would look. Okay. Second by Dr. Dawson.
One question.
Yes.
This line reads almost like it's a minute rather than district session definitely not going to be needed. Or should we strike that line?
It contradicts.
It contradicts itself. It reads like it's a minute.
I don't know, that's a mistake, I need to see.
Okay, so it will be needed. Will get filled in, and
Okay,
it'll be personnel.
Personnel.
Okay.
All right, so will you have to
Move
use
to
that
approve.
modification? And I
Amended
second
minutes.
the modification.
Okay, all right. Have a motion and a second to move the agenda be approved as amended. All in favor signify by raising your hand. And that's unanimous. All righty. First thing we have is the professional learning, and start off with school board administration communication.
All right, Ms. Elder, you want to come up and take notes for us? We've got 6 more people that are coming down the hall. I will make the recommendation maybe to take a recess and walk down to the check.
All right.
You got any more?
Okay. And I
Yeah,
think the auditorium's already set up for us into the eventuality of what's occurring. So,
We will reconvene if we could stay spaced. We're going to go, is Ralph out there? Somebody's going to lead us down to how to get to the auditorium. That way we got more space to be seated. Thank you.
Improvement plan Ward does too. And part of what we try to do is come up with ways that we can improve how we serve our constituents, primarily our students. And so part of the work that we do, most of the work that we do for professional learning is working on those action steps and trying to determine ways that we can better do our job for our kids. So the first area that we have in the professional learning outline is school board administration communication. And that basically superintendent, with the principals and things of that nature. And so the things that we're gonna kind of touch on today, we're gonna talk first about open communication, ways that board members feel like we do a good job of open communication. What are some other ways that maybe we can do a better job between the school board and the administrative staff at the central office so that we're on the same page? And then we'll talk about honest communication, transparent communication, and then timely communication. And we'll just spend a little bit of time on that. We try to create, just so